2 pi is once around. Reduce,
okay.
reduce that fraction, Dean.
Yeah.
6 pi over 3 is the same thing as 2 pi.
Yeah, it's 120.
Okay, and this 2 pi over 3 is the same as 120. Pi over 3 is 60 and double it. Put in 180, however you want to figure it out. So what this means is go backwards one time and then go 90 more degrees and then 30 degrees after that. So negative 8 pi over 3 is way down here, making a 60-degree, reference angle down here in quadrant 3. Okay? So it says go once around, 120 degrees more, you get a 60-degree reference angle. In quadrant 3, is the cosine positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative, yeah, correct, because quadrant 3 is where x's are negative and x is the cosine. So cosine negative 8 pi over 3 is the same thing as the negative of cosine 60 degrees. If you don't like figuring it out this way, using the reference angle 60 to get your cosine and remembering that x is negative in quadrant 3, you can memorize that big circle that I gave you and fill it in correctly on the test. Jesse?
I don't see the point in doing it that way if you can just multiply the numerator by 180 and divide it by the denominator.
And then you'd get, you just don't like these fractions.
Right.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll show you those steps in a sec. Anyway, cosine 360, I'll give you this chart. I'm sorry, negative cosine 60. Cosine of 60 degrees on the chart is 1/2, so the answer is negative 1/2. Okay? Jesse's preference is to start up here and say, this is cosine of negative 8 times 180 over 3. I can reduce the 3 and the 180 to 60 there. So, Jess, this is the cosine of negative 480 degrees?
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's negative 360 plus 120 more. So, we'll get to the same spot, but if you like that better, Jesse, you like decimals, I like fractions. We're just never going to agree on this one. That's easier. Hey, Saul, while you were out, you were asking about how you don't have to draw the circle.
Yeah.
If you remember that if t is in quadrant 1, pi minus t will always be in quadrant 2, pi plus t will always be in quadrant 3, and negative 2 will be in quadrant 4, and you remember in which quadrants sine and cosine are positive and negative, that may be better for you. Okay? Ready for me to start? Just mention what else will be on the test? Okay. It's not that much more. Layla, you want to follow me back over here?
Most of the test is going to be that stuff, so which is fine.
It's all going to be on the unit circle.
What are you talking about the test or exam?
The test on Monday.
Okay.
Think about the exam. And then we go back to like polynomials and stuff on Tuesday to review for them.
What's going to be on the exam?
Everything. Everything you've ever learned since birth and every subject you've ever taken. If you don't know the state capital of Boise, you might fail.
State capital of Boise.
I totally blew that. It's a bad joke to begin with, and I blew the punchline. Boise is the capital of Idaho, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Give me a minute. I was making the joke. Okay. I know. So it's going to be all about the unit circle, which means convert degrees to radians. That's going to be big. Convert radians to degrees. In both cases, you can use the same cross multiplication setup where the degrees over 360 equal the radians over 2 pi. And if I give you the degrees, fill in that and find the radians. If I give you the radians, fill that in and find the degrees. That'll work for either one. Find the 6 trig ratios of any angle. And by any angle, it means things like this, cosine 8 negative 8 pi over 3, so you got to be able to find your way around the unit circle on that. And find corresponding values of a trig ratio given one value. And that's like number 42 that we just did. Sol and Nabil, don't forget about number 42. Those were good times. What happened to those times? And this is the one where it's like you're doing the given t, you get pi plus t, pi minus t. Can you find the other values just like number 42? This is it. I'll give you, you'll have to be able to fill in a partially blank unit circle chart. And
It says black.
Pardon?
It says partially black unit circle.
Yes, it does. Partially blank. I guess they're all partially black once they're purchased. And you will be given a trig chart for 0, 30, not 36, 30, 45, 60, and 90 degrees. And that trig chart will only have sine, cosine, and tangent on it, so you're going to have to remember how to find cosecant, secant, and cotangent. But you'll have to flip the right ones.
Which one that was?
We stick
I was like, the
with
camera,
those.
I was like, the camera can see you.
Okay. Layla, is that still facing that board?
Yes.
Okay, we should probably get it on this. All right, questions, comments, concerns, compliments?
Are you gonna
Some of my better
can
ones,
you
thank you.
give us review problems?
Yes. And that's what I'm going to do right now, which are,
The answers too, just like that was.
I don't know if I have all the answers, but yeah, we'll get you them. Precalculus instructors books don't always have all the examples. Okay, the review problems that will best prepare you for this exam would be
The exam or
the test. Oh, one last thing. Shoot, almost forgot. Okay, last thing on here, degrees, minutes, and seconds. Remember that?
No. Yeah.
It's like the map thing, though, right?
Yeah, the GPS thing. Degrees, minutes, and seconds.
Yeah, like a minute is 1/60th of a degree.
Yep. And a second is 1/3600. I think it was the day you missed. Okay, degrees, minutes, and seconds. And converting back and forth. Mostly converting from this into degrees. Okay?
Yeah, I don't really understand why we need to know that unless we're going to become sailors.
We're GPS programmers.
Dirty job.
That's right. I never thought I would actually need to know this. Actually, I said the same thing in high school, seriously, no lie. And then when I joined the Army Reserve to help pay for college, the position they had open, the military job they had open that best worked for me and the training schedule I wanted so I didn't miss too much college, was a landing craft operator. I wound up working with charts, I wound up hitting the beach, lowering the ramp, on the boat, all that kind of stuff. So in high school I was literally like, seriously, when will I need this? And then a year and a half later I'm like using it 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks every summer. Being all I could be. Getting extra money for college out of the deal. Okay, page 344.
Yeah, I know.
1 through 20,
Parents said right when I came out.
and
All? I mean, it's not a lot. but
and
it's
23 to 34. All, yeah?
That's what they said on the market.
Okay, go ahead and start this. Or yes, Sam, start your Latin review if you're feeling that confident. And
I've been already.
and go ahead and kill the recording now, and I'll get the answers.
How do I kill it?
Just hit the red button.